Hey everyone, my name is the Completionist. That's first name the, last name Completionist. Welcome to PRGE 2016. Thank you for being here. How many of you were here from last year? Oh man, thank you for coming back. So who's all new? Raise your hands. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Thank you everyone new showing up. I really appreciate it. This is, I didn't say this last year because I didn't know, but now I can officially say that this convention is my favorite convention out of all the ones that I go to. Everyone's vibe is really happy and really stoked to buy and play video games and just have a good time, and that's totally what I'm about. And so it's so fun to see all of you guys doing that here. It sounds so simple, but you'd be surprised how many conventions I go to where everyone's just not playing video games. That's always kind of weird. You love video games. Anyone who's dressed as Hana or the crew from Massigal Academy, stand up. I have to give you guys notice. There you go. Thank you. Massigal Academy is very special to me and the guys, and we're really happy to see so many people dressing up and honoring the game and the creators, so thank you for that. I, like last year, didn't have anything planned for this panel because this is my 16th convention. 16th convention. And so I've been all over the world and back twice now. And so I still love you guys a lot, and I wanted to kind of have a little Q&A session and just talk about whatever you guys want. So I don't know, I don't think there's a portable mic to ask questions, but I'll just point to you and you can stand up and scream at me. Just don't hurt your voice. You can ask anything you'd like about the show, about how I'm doing. I'll answer that for you now. I'm doing good. And anything like that. I would just say, don't ask me to complete a game, because guess what? I'm going to complete it. So that question is just an automatic yes. So other than that, I'll answer any questions you guys have, and so a little other things too. I don't have a signing. Last year they gave me one, but I don't have one this year. So what I'm going to do is there's the big Let's Play panel that's after this with Ian, Brutal Moose, Space Hamster, Peanut Butter Gamer, and Pro Jirard. And then they're doing a signing after that. I will be attached to that signing. So if you go to their signing, I will be there, so you don't have to worry about that. And then, if you want to buy Completionist merchandise, more specifically Super Beer Bros shirt, which we have here, we have a Portland exclusive Super Beer Bros LA Noir shirt. If you, yeah, so it's only available. Yeah, look at that love. Yeah. How you doing, Alex? You okay?
Killing it, dude.
You're killing it. Yeah.
You're fucking amazing right now.
The other thing is, so last year we announced the Big Bad Bosses Power Overwhelming at Portland Retro, and it came out and it did super well. We've been sold out of CDs for 6.5 months. And so I contacted our manufacturers at the Yeti, and they are here today at the con. So if you want to get Big Bad Bosses and the poster, limited edition, they are at the Yeti booth. You can buy them. I think they're 15 for the CD, 20 for the poster and the CD. I'll sign them. Alex and Satchel are here from Big Bad Bosses as well. They're in the front row. So yeah, so Big Bad Bosses. So I think that's it. Also, we'll just be doing signing stuff at the Yeti booth. I'll throw it out on Twitter like, hey, I'm here, come say hello, and I'll sign stuff and take photos and all that stuff. Cool? Yeah. I want to make sure that everyone here at the convention gets to see me for at least a little bit. That is my goal. It is impossible because, as you guys can tell, we've almost filled this entire room, and there's people who did not get into the panel, so I'm going to try my best to say hello to all of you wonderful people. So, with that said, the panel's over. With that said, let's do some questions. We've got some questions. You, sir, in the front.
Which has been more depressing, going through I Want to Be the Guy or doing the 10,000 kills in Gears of War?
What was more depressing? I Want to Be the Guy or the 10,000 kills achievement from Gears of War? I want to be the guy. I never want to be the guy ever again. I never, ever, ever want to be the guy. That is not something Yeah, no, definitely that. 10,000 kills just took a few hours of my life, and some of the fans and the friends that played with us, but not nearly as bad as I Want to Be the Guy. I Want to Be the Guy, I think the last time we recorded, Alex like stopped midway through and was like, calm down, man, you're really angry. He's not wrong, I was upset. So yeah, I Want to Be the Guy for sure. You, sir, in the front.
First of all, thank you for coming back this year.
Thank you for having me back, I appreciate it.
And second, I actually got you a game if you want to play it sometime.
Sure. Is that WWE 2K16?
14.
14. All I see is The Rock, and I'm like, yeah, thanks. Thank you, RJ. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem. Well, my question is, I saw you complete God of War 3, and I actually completed that game too. Beating Zeus on typo took about 2 hours. It was a nightmare. So
Yeah.
my question is, what was the hardest game boss you've ever had to face in a video game?
Oh my god.
Zeus was mine.
Dracula and I want to.
Oh, man. Hardest boss I've ever had to deal with. I'm just going to say the entire game of Catherine. Every boss in Catherine reminds you that it's just the worst. It's fun. It's really fun, but the bosses are like, you are horrible at video games. Give up now. Like every time you die, you hear that music, and you're just like, I hate this game. But you actually respect it. That's the thing about Dark Souls and Bloodborne and Catherine is that I hate them so much for how hard they are. But when you beat them, you feel like, yes, I conquered this. This is my game. I did it. And then you cry in the shower and realize, man, you spent like way too much time doing it. Alex, you have a question?
What about Ennard from Five Nights at Freddy's Sister?
Oh my God! Don't even get me started. Okay. So next week's episode of The Completionist is Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Okay. Before you all cheer, to give you an idea, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week, I spent 6 hours a night, late in the evening, alone in the office, trying to beat sister location's Ennard secret boss. We recorded Scary Game Squad 3 times this week, and we still didn't beat it. And then I got on the plane, started writing the script and listening to the audio version of the Silver Eyes book to write the script for this week. And I get back Monday night at like 11, and I'm going straight to my office to still try and beat Ennard. And so just know for next week's episode, every single night, if you're like, I wonder how it's going, it's not going well. Don't be surprised if Friday morning you're like, oh, here comes the episode on such a location, and I go, yeah, it's not happening, sorry. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully I'll do it. Five Nights at Freddy's, everyone. It's really, really tough. No, I don't know about that. You serve the Nintendo backpack.
So are you guys still cops?
I'll do both. You sitting down and the person in the back.
Okay. Are you two still cops, you and Alex?
Oh, yes.
Confirmed by Officer Phelps himself. You, sir.
So, is there a game that you know is bad, but you still have a lot of fun playing? For me, it's Mega Man X6.
I get that. I get that X6 a lot. I get that totally for sure. I'm gonna say this not because I betray Sonic. Everyone hates, at least in my circle of friends, everyone hates Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. I love them. I love them. I will play them all day, every day. Alex right here is just like holding your nose if you could smell Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Yeah, that's like my game that I love. You with the hat right here. Yeah, you.
That's me. So, I've really been enjoying your I Want to Be the Guy Let's Play.
Did you bring me an apple?
No.
Everyone's been like, I brought apples, bro, and I'm like,
Cherries anyway.
okay. Cherry trees? It's cherries, not apples?
Apparently, they're just delicious fruit, but
I have fruit's a fruit.
Well, I couldn't help but notice that compared to other hard games that you've played, like Super Meat Boy and the Kaizo series, you get angry at I Want to Be the Guy a whole lot easier. So I want to know, what is it about I Want to Be the Guy compared compared to other difficult games like the Kaizo Meat Boy that just...
This is a great question, and it simply comes down to game design. So when you're playing Kaizo Mario and it's difficult, the game design is intentionally difficult to show you how to play the levels. So when you get to a part in Kaizo, you have a moment of, oh, I don't know what to do, and then you look at it and you go, okay, I do know what to do. Meat Boy, the exact same thing. All the Mario Maker levels, when we were doing the Beer Bros series on fan-submitted levels, we said, design your levels as best as you can. And it's clear and evident there's good level design. I want to be the guy has Ryu shoryuing up until like off of a fan in the middle of the sky after you've gone through a hellacious spike climb. And it's like, that's not game design, that's just Ryu appearing in the game and destroying you. And you don't learn anything about the games. And people argue about game design for days, but that's the issue, is that like you don't know what will and what won't kill you. And that's why I get so upset, because you work so hard to get to the next part, and then all of a sudden the video game character you didn't know existed in this video game shows up and murders you, and you feel bad about it for like 20 minutes, and the rest of the run is bad. So that's why I get so mad, yeah.
Thank you.
Ooh, get some good. Papyrus from Undertale.
Oh, can you remember the first game you ever completed?
The first game I ever completed was Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest for the Super Nintendo. That's why it's my favorite game, and it'll be the last episode of the show. Yeah. Oh, I got all sad for a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's that?
How old were you?
I was 10 years old. Yeah. There's someone on the back holding what looks like to be a like girl doll or something. What is that? I can't see, but butterfly watch? It's a wand. Oh, both. We'll do the person holding the doll and then the wand. So, sir holding the doll.
Who do you think's sexier, Aaron or Danny?
I'm gonna say Barry. Next question. You, man with the wand from before. Yes.
So, you show us how long it takes to complete a game, but how much does the whole entire process to edit the video and cut all the footage take? Like, how much exactly?
That was a sigh you just heard from like 5 years of like reliving every single script and everything. So to give you an idea, the completionist work regimen is as follows. At least it was until I was like, man, I'm going to die. Friday, I'd pick a game. I'd complete it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I'd write the script. Monday night into Tuesday morning, I'd do voiceovers. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's being edited. Friday morning, the video would come out, and Friday morning, I'd pick a new game, and I'd start over and 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 over. And then you get to 192 episodes, and you're like, yeah, that's crazy. But I think around Super Mario Galaxy 1 episode was when I finally like let my Vice script go, and I brought in like Mark Carr and now Patrick and Chris and Ted, and they help out from the office a lot, and so they still put in the same amount of time that I do. It's just that I don't have to worry as much. But like an idiot, once I brought in more people, I said more responsibility. So that means more episodes of Beer Bros, means more the personal channel now, which is out and doing awesome. So thank you for guys watching the personal channel. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so I'd say in terms of the office man hours, we probably put in 60 to 80 total across the board. So basically, anytime you hear me say like 195 hours for the end of the episode, just add another 80 to 90 just for production, because everyone's there from 10 a.m. until probably 3 in the morning. And we're constantly working on the show to make it as best we can, because we love it. It's becoming more of an office-based entity, and that's kind of what I always wanted the show to be. It's just kind of be like a nice, fun community behind the show. And I think it's starting to come across, and it makes me really happy. So, thank you for your question. Ooh, man, now we get to the person holding Saw 2.
I wanted to say thank you for making the Super Beard Bros and then the personal channel because that's every single day that I come back from school or even in school I laugh so hard.
Thanks, man.
When you play Vashi on Super Beard Bros, it's just like Dark Souls.
Is that I want to be the Boshi? Yeah, let me finish. I want to be the guy first. Let me become the guy. After I want to be the guy, we are going to play Dark Souls, though. That's the thing. We're playing, but I'm not the one playing Dark Souls. It's going to be this guy. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to have to play Dark Souls. I'm so excited. You have no idea. I just did Bloodborne. Let's see here. Pepsi Man on the left side of the room, not on the right side, because there's two Pepsi Mans. I appreciate it. Look, Pepsi Man, you're on the same team. It's you versus me, okay? All right, Pepsi Man, what do you got?
Oh, me?
Yeah. I mean, sorry, Pepsi Man 1 and Pepsi Man A. There you go. Pepsi Man 1.
You've done a lot of collaborations in the past.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite person to collaborate with?
That's a very hard question I refuse to answer because everyone I work with are my really good friends. So basically it's like saying, who of your friends do you like more? And most of them are in this room, so I'm not sure I'll say someone who I loved working with because it was so different and bizarre and so much intrigue went into the work together was Mountain Dew for the Pepsi Man episode. He was so fun to work with that when we finally saw the final episode of what he made, all of us in the room sat there in shock, not knowing how to react, and we just laughed the entire time because it was just such a fun time to work on. We shot the guy who we hired to be Pepsi Man, he was a professional capoeira expert who can flip and run around and do stuff. He couldn't actually see in the Pepsi Man suit, so we had to tell him to sprint as hard as he could into walls and doors just to let him know, hey man, it's gonna hurt, but you're not gonna know when it's coming. You're just gonna full sprint into the door. So what you see in the video is him. Every time he hits something, it's him not knowing what he runs into. It was definitely a lot of fun. Yeah, the Pepsi Man episode collab was really good. Thank you. There was someone holding a rainbow wing kind of thing. Yes, you, sir. Saya Pimp, what's up, dude? How's it going?
I'm doing all right. How about you, Jirard?
Doing good, dude.
That's not my question.
Okay.
So the thing is, out of every episode you've done thus far,
Yeah.
considering a combination of subject matter, writing, directing, performance, things like that, which one would you say is your greatest success? Not as in which one is probably most watched, which one is best received by fans, but which one would you say is your greatest success?
It's so hard because we've done so many favorites. Out of the 193, I can kind of tell you the reverse. Out of the 190 plus episodes we've done, there's only maybe 2 or 3 that I would actually go back and redo. The rest I'm super proud with because of the team that went into it and the love and care and support. I would say that the one that I'm probably the most proud of from last year, I have a couple from last year and from this year. L.A. Noire, which is Alex Fastiani, killed it with the writing. It was really well edited. It felt like a different aspect of the show. I always try in the episodes to make them more thematic based and more cinematic, so it's not just a review, but a cinematic retelling of the game in some way that you kind of get that. So L.A. Noire was definitely one that I was really proud of. I really loved from last year my Mario Maker video. That one was really, really fun, especially because Nintendo is always, they're always they either care too much or care too little, and when it came to Mario Maker, they were so supportive in letting me do what I wanted and gave me assets and things like that I didn't think I would have access to, and obviously then a few months later I got to interview Miyamoto, and then I go on to interview Reggie. So really the past 2 years, I've really made some of my most happy work, if that makes sense. The most important thing is, as a content creator, right, you get so focused into numbers and to like, what's trending now? Let's do the Harlem Shake for 6 months, everyone. And I feel like we've tried our best to, we've always tried our best to not go with the trends and kind of set our own standard, and it just feels nice to know that like the hard work is there and people are still watching, and it really warms my heart to see everyone just support the show all the time. So yeah, I can't give you a specific one, but there's just too many. So thank you. Oh man, more questions. You sir holding your glasses, you look so like, I looked at you, you had the look of like, all right, like you just like wanted to go home already.
Well, I'm glad I give off that vibe.
No.
So, what is scarier? PT or Alex's driving?
You want to answer this one, Alex?
It's obviously PT.
As far as scarier?
Way scarier.
If you go on YouTube, someone super edited every time Alex crashed a car in LA Noire. It's about 45 minutes long. It's a 2-part video.
Not made well.
I mean, I drove the car just fine.
Alex has his driver's license, right? I have a driver's license, yes.
I probably would actually say PT. PT definitely is scarier. But what, hold on.
I drove here.
Alex did drive here, everyone. He did not get into any car accidents. He drove 1,000. Alex drove 1,000 miles to be here. Look at that. Look at that.
Just clapping that I didn't die in a car crash.
You made it, man. We're happy for you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Let's see. Oh man, more. Now the questions are really flying. You, right there, the blue shirt. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi. I'm a really, really huge fan of you.
Thank you.
And through a lot of depressing moments in my life, you've actually been really there for me. I was diagnosed with MS about a year ago, and, well, I think about a year and a half now. But through that time, I really did watch your stuff, and a couple others, but your passion, I think, is what made me, it just made me get through. But I love your talent and just everything you do. But this is just the first part. I also, I just remember your starting story where you were like, that's it, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to do something that I like. And I kind of went through something like that myself as well a little bit later on. I think you kind of helped me motivate to that as well. But for me, it was like only a month I was jobless. For you, it was like years almost, and I don't even think I could handle that. So my question is what's your motivation? What is actually getting you to keep doing this? Because obviously it's causing you a lot of pain sometimes. And get some sleep, honey.
Yeah, my hair's going gray. I'm trying.
I'm just asking, like, what's your motivation? What keeps you driving at this? What is, like, you have obviously the talent to do it, but, like, it's just still so much work. And what's your motivation? What keeps you going and doing this?
Man, I think it's 2 or 3 things. One, and this is like the outside perspective. I view the Completionist like this is such a dumb thing, and I'm so glad everyone's recording this because I'm never going to say this ever again. I view my role as the Completionist as like the WWE champion of the world. And so it's like, I'm like the newbie that showed up, and then I got the title the first day, and then every episode is me defending my title. So it's like that's like a big thing. It's like no one can tell me I didn't complete a game or I missed something, and if I did, I go back and do it. But that's like the superficial, like, no, I'm cool kind of thing, of like going the extra mile. The second one is my team. I have the best team on the planet surrounding me. Their passion came, like, I didn't expect to fall in love with my team the way they have been. They've been so supportive. And that goes just from meeting Alex and Satchel to having interns who are fans, becoming so invested into the show. And that to me keeps me motivated because, as you can tell, we don't make a lot of money on YouTube, and so I'm always like, kind of like, when I go to do brand deals, I'm always like, give me this amount because my team deserves it, you a-holes, let's go. Like, give me the money that we need because my team doesn't have the money to be here, and so I need to keep them fed, and that is a huge motivation. The last one, and I feel the most important one, is you and the fans. I think that's, your story is one that I've not only heard a lot, but it hits me hard because, I've been through stuff like that. I've been through health problems and no job and no motivation and being told no my whole life. And I think when I just hit that right age, I just was like, stop telling me I can't do it. I'm just gonna do it, and if I fail, I fail. But you know what? I did it my way, and that's the best thing I could ask for. This, look around, look how full this room is. Like, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm still doing this 5 years later. Man versus game, I don't care because it keeps bringing fans. I hear great stories like that. I hear, I get cool gifts made for me. And that to me is the biggest motivation, is that you guys still believe in me. I feel like it's like I'm Santa Claus and I don't want you guys to forget about me. So I'm always like trying to make sure that I'm still delivering gifts as much as I can. Yeah, I'm Santa. What's up? Don't judge me, Satchel. Don't judge me, Satchel. What are you doing? What are you counting?
I'm trying to figure out the metaphor. I'm just trying to
when have media metaphors ever been good? I just told myself, I described myself as the WWE champion from a guy who reviews games for a living. That's stupid.
Why doesn't Santa Claus want anyone to forget about it?
Why is Santa doing PR?
Hey, he's got to sell Coke every year, okay? Santa's got to make that soda pop money. Thank you for your question. Oh man, there's so many more questions now. You, sir, the twinkling the Zelda hat. This is Zelda hat, right? Or from Pikmin? I don't know.
What inspired you to create your channel in the first place?
The first inspiration. Okay, so YouTube. Oh man, how are we good on time? Are we good on time? We're great on time. In 15, they kicked me out early, so the next person can set up. In this case, is my friends. What motivated me to start my channel? So the biggest motivation was, well, first off, That One Video Gamer is my 5th YouTube channel in regards to me starting something and failing. I did a sketch show with Michael Berardi, R. Stone, and we were trying to be like the more lewd and crude version of Smosh, and that didn't work out. And then I started a cooking show called Now You're a Man, the Cooking Show, and that was a fun show that I did for a while. It was very offensive, very over the top, and it was about putting bacon on everything. And then Epic Mealtime came along, and they took that market, so I had to stop that show. And then I did a lot of freelance stuff, and eventually, the reason why I started was because I actually used to help John Tron out a little bit, production-wise, with some of his early stuff when he shot his house, and I was usually the camera guy, or he was using my equipment, and one day, he was having a live stream at his house, and he was like, dude, my parents told me I had this live stream, can I have it at your place? And I was like, sure, yeah, I just got into live streaming. This was back in 2011, so like Twitch wasn't around. It was Justin TV and like Ustream and Livestream.com and places like that. So it ended up that those guys, John came to my house and was like, thanks man, I really appreciate it. And that day I met Ego Raptor and I met Dodger, and I had no idea who they were. I didn't watch any YouTube stuff really. I think the only thing I knew at that time was like Smosh and Epic Rap Battles. So I just like got to know Aaron really well, and I saw the way that he was behaving on stream and how he talked to fans on Twitter and like what he was doing, and I saw Dodger doing the same thing, and I was like, man, there's like this kind of what got me going right away, was just seeing them do what they do. They love their fans and they're very appreciative of it. And it's not even about like having fans. I think it was just the ability of being able to change people's lives, and that was the biggest motivation for me, was just seeing them, tweet and favorite and share fan art and address questions, and it just like I could see them making people's day, and that was kind of like what kind of started me. It was like, that's what I want to do. I want to change lives in video review form. Kind of a weird way of doing it, but it does work sometimes. Thank you. Let's see here. So many questions. You in the front, the Ascot outfit.
I noticed that when you guys film Beard Bros, like Wallace is around a lot. Do you just like keep dogs at your office for moral support?
Well, see, Alex is a parent to this dog. This dog means more to him than anything in the world.
My dog?
It's his dog. But it's also like his dog, but his girlfriend's dog. So it's like he's like this.
I can't fuck it up.
Yeah, he can't mess up. He has to be like the best parent he can be to this dog. And this dog, like, he's the dog that eats chocolate. He's the dog that eats avocado. He's the dog that like eats onions. He's the dog that is just eating every single thing possible. And every day Alex comes in, no joke, and he has this like look in his eye that's like, Wallace today ate a pop brownie. So that was my day for the first 6 hours. What did you do? And so we.
What is Alex doing with the pop brownie?
Confiscating it?
Hey, it's Portland, all right. Yeah, we do have a lot of dogs in the office. We have JJ, who is Santel's dog. Santel used to work for us as our manager, but he still does Couch Fighters, his channel in our office. So we see JJ twice a week, and then we see Wallace about 2-3 times a week. And yeah, the dogs definitely help for moral support. They keep us grounded, for lack of a better word. They're really furry. They're nice. Yeah. Yeah, he is a nap buddy. You are holding the Majora's Mask 3DS, is that right? Yeah, I got good eyes. What's up?
If you could convince Nintendo to make any dream Switch game that you chose, what would it be?
If I could choose Nintendo to make an NES remix, what game would I?
Any dream Switch game.
Oh, the Switch. Oh man.
Jirard's choice.
My choice. What would I do? Davis is giving me the best look right now.
Let's go, Academy Sport.
You want, okay, hold on. You want me to use my choice of having the Nintendo Switch play a brand new version of the 1980s film Hudson Hawk on Game Boy? That game is so bad, Davis. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I probably would say I would love, and how do we say this? I always love a new side-scrolling Metroid. That's what I want to see it. That's what I want to see. Do it right. Do it sweet. You, sir, holding the Kirby amiibo? Or Jigglypuff amiibo? I was close. What's up?
It's like the opposite of the question that someone asked you earlier. What is a game that everyone likes and everyone thinks is good that you really hate?
Who's ready to unsubscribe to me? Pikmin. I'm not finished. Animal Crossing. I'm not finished. What else? Anything Call of Duty. I can't. I've tried so hard. And not even just Call of Duty, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, like all that stuff. It's all the same. I don't care about who if I can't care about the character that I'm playing as, it's too hard. it's always hard to do. It's just, like Borderlands does it right because there's like the character arc and there's story and there's plot, there's jokes, and Infinite Warfare is or whatever the warfare is. It's like we have to survive this battle. Let's go! We've been doing this for 15 years in Call of Duty. Guess what? We're gonna save the day. Cue Aerosmith. Like that's like what Call of Duty always is. So. You sir, jumping up and down with melee.
Okay, first off, this is.
Oh, is there 2 melees? Oh, whoa. All right. I guess there's multiple melees. I'll go around. You sir first.
Okay, so first off, this is my first time at this convention and my first time at an actual panel, so thank you for being a good panel.
Oh, thank you for being here for the good panel. Good vibes.
2 questions. One, whenever because obviously you play a lot of games on the show that are very popular, so something like Tales of Symphonia, Undertale, Skyrim, and obviously there are obviously going to be some people out there who are just waiting to write the hate comments about your opinion.
Oh yeah, I get roasted all the time.
Do you still feel that type of anxiety from that type of stuff, or has that subsided over time?
Oh, I still feel it every day.
Okay.
I wish I didn't. I wish I could just turn it off, but YouTube comments, right? There's always like, don't read the comments. The comments are always bad, and it's kind of it's true to an extent. When you get to a big enough size, no matter what you do, no matter what you make, no matter what you create, there's always gonna be someone who just wants to bring you down. Or, I disagree. I'm sorry, I give this video a dislike because I think your voice sounds stupid. That stuff like you just can't get to you because it's very superficial, but the ones that really mess me up are the comments that are like, I used to like you, but now you suck. It's like, oh man, I had you at one point, now I don't. But the reality is though, is that the YouTube comment section is kind of like dropping a rock down a well. You know what I mean? It's like, you hear the echoing and then it stops, and that's it. And it just sticks to the bottom, that's it. Whereas when you're like on YouTube and Tumblr and stuff, like that's where the comments always are, where I really interact with and communicate because people have actual questions and concerns that are much more organized than you suck. So.
All right, and my second question, and it's silly, but I'm going to do it. In one sentence, can you describe the Undertale fandom?
It's a trick.
I don't want to go. Misunderstood is the one I'm going to use. I think that people in general, and it's not about Undertale, it's about fandoms in general. Everyone's looking for someone to represent them kind of, or to helm the charge of what they believe in. And I think video games are such an awesome means of communication that you don't need to have a game speak for you. It's Undertale is an awesome game, obviously, and I had a great time playing it, and we really enjoyed playing it. But there's always, I think with that comes entitlement of well, I've played it more than you, so I have a more powerful opinion, or, that's not what the game's about. The game's about this, and it's well, video games are like movies. They can have multiple meanings and multiple feelings, and everyone's feelings and opinions are their own. And so I think that's the important thing to know about fandom is you can like something, you can love something, you can hate something, but I think that's the thing is that that's your ability, your choice, and your opinion.
Yeah, sorry I asked that. I love Undertale, so I just said that.
No, it's all good. I totally get it. Yeah, I think people that love Undertale, there's a lot of people here that love Undertale, can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's a person holding a chicken head.
You forgot the other melee guy.
He didn't ask a question. What's up, man? What's up?
Overwatch versus TF2.
Overwatch versus TF2. You want me to make people in the room pick a side? Is that what it is? Can I say video games? They're both rad. Why the divide? I think they're both tight. People. What'd you just say? Did you just say pick Team Destiny? That had nothing to do with TF2. Stop it. You're the only one who's playing. I'm sorry. Look, it's a great game. I agree with you, but it's just no one's playing anymore.
Team Splatoon.
Next question. Let's see here. You jumping up and down the Pokemon t-shirt.
I have 2 questions.
Go for it.
Is, will you ever do Gen 3 of Pokemon?
Ooh.
When does Pokemon Sun and Moon come out?
November 18th.
November 18th?
Yes.
November 18th, my video on Pokemon Generation 3. There you go. It's going to have Jimmy Wetzel, who I don't know if he's here today, but he'll be he's not in this room, but he'll be in the video. And then I think I'm looking for a third person.
Can you get Chaga for a third person? This is follow-up question.
I mean, I could ask him, but it's always like,
And
I'm busy, I'm not busy, I don't know.
this is my other question.
Yeah.
Will Greg ever come back to the show?
No. Now, before everyone freaks out, this is like, I've been to a lot of conventions where people have asked the where's Greg comment or what happened to Greg's stuff, and it's always hard to like address it publicly because there's so many different interpretations of it. What Twitter saw, what YouTube saw, what Tumblr saw, what Reddit saw, and you know, people think there's like massive NDAs or like, you know, it was bad, it was his fault, it was my fault, and I chose not to talk about it not because I don't know how to. I choose not to talk about it because no one wants to see mom and dad fight at the dinner table. And I think that's a huge thing, is that no one wants, yeah, like, you know, everyone has their opinions of Greg, and their opinions of me, and, you know, Greg is off doing his own thing now. I can say that we're not friends, and it didn't end very good, obviously, but, you know, out of respect of Greg and out of respect of us, I try and have him do his own, you know, I try to not be involved with what he's doing, and I really wish him the best. I just don't want to, you know, at its core, two friends fought, and it didn't end well, and that's the core of the conversation. Whether or not you choose Team Greg or Team me, that is superfluous, and that doesn't matter to me. The important thing is that I'm still here making content for you guys, that you're still getting new content, and I'm trying to push forward into the new future of the show. That to me is the most important thing, because I want to make sure that, you know, the trading keeps going. So, yeah. Superman, what's up?
Fallout or Skyrim?
What's better?
Yeah.
Fallout. You, sir, in the front.
What was it like being in the same room of like one of the godfathers of video games?
Don't say a word, Alex. Don't you say it. You're not going to say that. Anyways, it was incredible. I had one of the coolest interviews of my life. It was really fun to get to know him. He doesn't speak English, but he understands English, and that's really cool. So I'd like ask a question, and he would just go, "Hoi," and then like say it in Japanese right away. And I don't speak Japanese, but like I understood what he was saying, and it's mostly because of the passion that he had and the way he was talking. I'm just gonna ruin this mic. Can
you go to the one next to
it? To the one next to it, sure. There we go. Yeah, it was really an honor to talk to him. He seemed genuinely intrigued. I ran into him at E3, and he like recognized me and gave me a handshake, and it was like, Miyamoto, he knows who I am. What's that?
Senpai noticed you.
Senpai did notice me.
Did he ask you like how it does? Did you ask him if he watches your videos?
No, I would never ask. I would never ask the creator of Mario if he watches my stuff. I would be terrified. What if he's like, he just says yes, but then like he says something that's like, "You used to be good." Bill Trinish is like, he said yes, but you don't want to hear the rest of it. Let's see here. User holding the blue 3DS.
Hey Jirard, welcome back to Portland, by the way.
Thanks, man. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. So for Skyrim, what was your kind of process to get ready for putting that game, since there was so much content? Sorry for angering you. I'm sorry.
I would just play when I had the opportunity to over the course of 3 years. It was not fun. 509 hours went into that. It was not fun. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad Tales of Symphonia is over. I love the games, but you get to a point where it's like, this is the same thing over and over again, and it just never ends. And then you like look at your watch and you're like, oh, I've been here for 3 days straight. I haven't gotten home. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. You start holding the copy of Final Fantasy VII Greatest Hits.
Awesome. Okay. Out of all the games you played and completed, whether or not you made a video of
Which one was the hardest one for you to complete?
The hardest one for me to complete?
Yes.
Probably Catherine. The game's really hard. Skyrim's not hard to complete. You can complete Skyrim pretty easily. It just takes time. Catherine takes skill. Skill. And tears.
Awesome. You thought completing Tales of Symphonia was hard. I spent like 400 hours playing the original Binding of Isaac.
I've actually done the Binding of Isaac, everything to this point, Completionist, but he keeps making new versions of it. You want a video on it? Tell him to stop making new games.
Flash version. I completed the original Flash version. It had like 400 hours on it.
Yeah, I've done all of them, and they've been great.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think I'm being warned that we have to wrap up. 4 minutes is it, or we're done?
3 or 4. You got time for another question or two.
Cool. Okay, I gotta make it count. You, sir, doing jumping jacks in the back.
What's your favorite console to complete on?
Ooh. Favorite console to complete on?
Retron 5.
Super Nintendo. Retron 5 is an abomination. Hyperkid, your product sucks. Where's the other camera? Your product sucks. Your product sucks, Hyperkid. Come at me. Don't trick everyone with your Game Boy case that lets you play Game Boy game. We know, we have emulators on our phones anyways. Hyperkid. Get a better system of making product. You sir, the foam blue sword in the back. Oh man, another Beard Bros moment we want animated. I'd probably say one of the ones from Saw, where it ends up with Alex and I just...
Do the one where you shoot the dude.
Oh my god, the one where in Saw 1, where like this epic cutscene happens, and then I get control of the guy, and immediately I just like shittily aim and shoot one bullet and kill him in one hit. There's just a moment Alex and I are like, did we kill him? Like, we just didn't know. That one probably is one of my, he just was like, just physicked out. It was great.
Alex driving for,
Yeah, I did actually see that one. That was good. Anyone that involves Alex driving, that was one I've seen. Someone's holding a Jigglypuff gingerly in the back.
First off, you can ask Miyamoto because he's sitting right over there.
Alex Faciani is not Miyamoto.
My question is kind of similar to one that was asked a little bit ago. How did you motivate yourself to do your channel when it was really small? I've been watching since, like, I remember you making a video being amped about getting 10,000 subscribers, which is obviously like not way long ago.
Yeah.
How did you like motivate when obviously like the community now is a huge driving force?
Yeah.
It wasn't a community at all.
Yeah.
How did you motivate yourself to keep going?
My parents, and in a way that was like, okay, this is a thing, and Satchel knows this about me, and probably Alex knows about me as well. I thrive off of doubt. I thrive on people telling me that I can't do something. That really drives me crazy. And my parents every day would tell me, what are you doing? Go get a real job. Give up on this pipe dream. Go do something else. And I kept telling them, no! Yeah! I'm not done yet. And so I worked so hard. It wasn't until I went to dinner with my dad and this 12-year-old boy came up to me crying in tears because he was like, you're the completionist. And my dad was like, Yee? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What does he want? And he goes, oh, he wants the picture. I go, oh, okay. Why does he want the picture? It's like, because I'm a famous person, Dad. People like me. I'm not so sure about that. I don't think that's right. But after I took that photo with that kid, he turned to me and was like, okay, I get it. I get it. So he was the biggest motivation. I think I've got time for one more question, and then we have to get out of here. Oh man, so many people are so excited. Oh man, you start jumping up and down with that. Is it a game? What is that?
it's a SNES Mini.
SNES Mini.
Yeah.
You sir.
2 things.
Yeah.
When are you gonna get Jesse up here
Okay.
And what game soundtrack motivated you the most to keep going?
Ooh. Oh man. To answer your question, Jesse Cox is a great man. He's a great, great man. I love that man very much. I don't know if you just tell the feedback thing at the end of the day. If you're like, we want Jesse Cox, write it in. The best way you can get your favorite YouTubers here is to tell the con heads and the people involved that you want them here for next year or whatever. And then they reach out to us and we say yes or no. But Jesse Cox is the coolest. He would definitely come out here, especially because I know he likes Portland. And then what soundtrack motivates me a lot?
Yeah.
Oh man. Probably Final Fantasy VI. Every week I probably play that quietly in my office, just like when no one's listening. And then I come in the office and people are like, "Why is the Final Fantasy music playing?" And I'm like, "I like it." Like low-key happened on Thursday during Scary Game Squad. We were just sitting there, or Tuesday. Alex was like, "Is that fucking Final Fantasy music?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Why? Just because I like it. That's been my panel, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. You guys are seriously the coolest ever. Thank you very much. Don't put me off just yet. As a reminder, I'm completely off. When's our signing at? 2? So at 2 o'clock, I'm doing a signing with all the Let's Play guys. And again, we have merch here. Go buy it. I'll sign it. And then right after this panel right now is the Let's Play guys. But you have to exit and get back in line. So I'm very sorry for that. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you around. Bye.